Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. Time now for Education Matters. We're here with Dr. Craig Douglas. Dr. Douglas, thanks for coming in. How are you?
Good morning. Well.
Good.
How are you doing?
Doing great.
Good.
Yeah, even with all this rain.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because we're talking about summer workouts for student athletes. So fall sports start in mid-August, you would say. Many teams do what's called conditioning. So why is that so important?
Well, it's vital, and I'm inspired by this by the York brothers from Millington. You ran it last week, where they came back. They'd played basketball at Millington High School and then went on to play college basketball, and came back and put on a free clinic for students of their alma mater. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
And ironically, I know their dad, Jeff York's a colleague of mine, so I was really proud to see that run, and it triggered a thought in my mind, you know, hey, we're about 3.5, 4 weeks away from the start of fall sports in high school in Michigan. That's regulated by the Michigan High School Athletic Association. And I looked it up. The official start date's August 12th. So now's the time for kids to get in shape if they haven't already thought about it before. Honestly, probably many already have.
Yeah.
But the fall conditioning is kind of a past tense. It really needs to be summer going into fall. Why is that? It's for injury prevention and for better performance.
All right, and what ways can they prepare for their first day?
Well, I think high school athletes are always wise to lean to their own high school coaches and get advice from them in terms of maybe when hypothetically the weight room might be available, or when the track might be available to do some running and some sprints, and then what kind of conditioning drills to do. Coaches will direct that, and I think it's important that athletes tune in and adhere to those suggestions. That's the best resource.
Yeah.
Then there's always things to look at on the internet as far as stretching and other things that can be done for injury prevention.
I'll say stretching is so important, even for old man like me.
Well, it is, and you're not an old man, but I mean, it is so important. Think about the number of early games, whether it's on TV, college or pro, or even high school, where there's an athlete down with cramps.
Yeah.
Cramps are an indication of dehydration and perhaps either misguided or unconditioned athletes.
Yeah.
And it takes a few games to get that conditioning in. So the more you can do ahead, it's like that ounce of prevention, pound of cure thing that we were told as kids. It really does apply to athletes.
So besides, you know, checking in with coach, what are some resources that they could take advantage of, maybe just to get that workout in? Or
well, I'll go back, pivot back to the Millington example of the Yorks giving this opportunity. There are clinics all over. I believe you've run a preview for the Nouvelle clinic that St. Brown's going to run for the Lions. So these pop-up experiences are all over the region, and it's a matter of picking and choosing and figuring out what is affordable and what is doable schedule-wise, and looking at those resources, local resources, and taking advantage of it.
Yeah, great stuff. Anything else you want us to know?
Well, just a disclaimer. I know I've given a lot of football examples, but we have a whole menu of fall sports in our state, both for girls and boys. And so what I've commented on perhaps about football is generalizable to all the other fall sports.
Thank you. Yeah. Do you have a favorite fall sport you look forward to?
Well, I always adhere to cross country, you know, because I'm an old runner.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to be doing the Crim hopefully next month, and a lot of athletes do the Crim, whether it's the 5K or the 10-miler. I think running is a great carryover sport.
Yeah, and it's involved in almost anything,
Yes,
any
it
sport
is.
really.
And the conditioning, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. All right, Dr. Douglas, thank you for coming in this morning.
Great to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, our pleasure. For more information about today's topic, you can check out the 9 a.m. guest page through our website, WNEM.com.